Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Barcelona 2, Osasuna nil. It was a tough match. Osasuna did a really good job throughout the match defending. Well, we're going to be talking about the key moments throughout the match, but overall Barcelona get the job done against Osasuna. We put on the pressure on Real Madrid, and we're going to be looking at everything that occurred throughout the match. But before I get started on the video, guys, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below alongside the link to become a member. And if you do want to join, give your thoughts about the match, discuss, feel free. I posted the link on the stream, your link to join the stream, the live, on X and on the post section on YouTube. All you have to do is look up Kool-Aid Podcast, and then you'll be able to join. But starting off, guys, I'm going to be looking at the lineup for tonight's match. As Hansi Flick, he, as usual, started very strong. He didn't make too many changes. In goal, he had Joan Garcia, back line, which right now is Hansi Flick's favorite back line. Balde, Gerard Martin, Pau Cuarci, and Jos Koundé. In the midfield, Pedri and Eric Garcia. We're going to be talking about it. We talked about it very briefly in the halftime space. But what does this mean for Frankie de Jong? Because this is not only just now Hansi Flick not playing Frankie de Jong because of a flu, because of a sickness, but this is Hansi Flick playing this partnership in midfield because he thinks it works. And could Eric Garcia now be a starter in that position for the foreseeable future? What does that mean for the future of Frankie de Jong in that position? Is he relegated to the bench? And up top, you had Rashford, Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, and Ferran. And the predicted lineup from FootMob was spot on. We did talk about it in yesterday's preview, discussing the lineup. Robert Lewandowski rested, Fermin rested, Raphinha starting in that position. But overall, really strong lineup. But NJ, welcome, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, good man. You?
I'm glad. I'm glad. What do you make of Barcelona's performance tonight? Overall, we get the job done.
Yeah, you're right. We did the job right. And what do you call this? Overall, I would say out of 10, I would say out of 7.5 because we did everything right except that the finishing the opportunities that we didn't finish. You know, the many chances that we got. That's the only issue that I have with them. But the rest, they were on point with their defense. They're passing. There's some passing that they lost, but that's part of the game. But overall, the possession was there, so the chances are the only thing that I was having an issue with.
Okay, no, that does make sense. And we were talking about it, in the halftime space, how well Osasuna were defending, and
Mhm.
they did a phenomenal job throughout the match. Just
100%.
when you're playing against Barcelona, you have to be perfect for the 90, and they were perfect until roughly the 60th minute when they were hit on a counter. Pedri driving the ball, and then Rafinha gets on the end of it, and he has a fantastic shot. This is the image of the goal right here, a
Hmm.
lovely strike from Raphinha, going to the bottom right hand corner, beating the keeper. And you're looking at Raphinha once again being clutch. And then, following up towards the end of the match, Raphinha in the 85th minute, he gets on the score sheet again and he scores a brace. A deflection from the Osasuna defender, Raphinha, right place and right time. And I really like Barcelona's performance tonight because these are the type of games in which league titles are won. Teams
Yeah.
are defending, they're making things very difficult for you. You have to break them down. You have to find ways to create chances and score the goals. And that's what Barcelona they did today. They had the brilliance of Pedri and Rafinha for the goals. You had a fantastic Gerard Martin alongside Eric Garcia, who we are going to be talking about and praising throughout throughout the video.
Hmm.
But you had Barcelona step up, and we now put on the pressure on Real Madrid because they play against Alaves tomorrow away from home. Can they do something for us? We don't know. We're gonna have to see. But NJ, who do you think was the best player during tonight's match? Because there's a couple good shouts. Lamine Yamal,
Hmm.
he won the man of the match, which I was actually surprised. I'm looking at Rafinha because of the brace. I'm looking at some other players, but who do you think performed the best on the night?
Beside Pedri, like not including Pedri, I would say Eric and Martin were the ones to like control the defense and and like controlling the game beside Pedri. Right? They were on point with their defense and with Eric, he was on point on his helping out on. Pedri. Like he made it easy for Pedri to like
Yeah.
attack, and with Eric, like that guy's fast, bro. If you actually look at it, he's fast when he runs, man. Like
What's it called? Angie, talk about Eric Garcia's performance because I'm looking at the timeline right here and people are praising the hell of it alongside Jared Martin because people
yeah,
are retweeting old tweets and old quotes, bashing
yeah, exactly. People bashing, bro.
Ja-
Like exactly, man. Like it's not like what you want. You want a 21-year-old Eric to carry a shitty ass Barcelona back there under Koeman? Like, are you high, bro? I'm like. It shows you like our fan base is so fake. Like they're a bunch of flip flops, man.
Oh
Like
yeah,
like
yeah,
they can tell
that's
like
fair.
they will like abuse the hell out of you. Then what after like 5 games like consistent performance. Oh yeah, bro, you're so great. I'm like you were a hater since day one, bro. Like why are you changing things? Like
Yeah, yeah. I
like
mean,
don't get me wrong. It's okay to like say oh you had a poor game, but if you're gonna abuse the guy, then you can't be changing sides. There. Say oh yeah, but you were amazing. I'm like no, bro.
yeah.
You're
And Hansi Flick hits the nail on the head yet again. He's vindicated yet again, because we remember last season he said, "Hey, I want Eric Garcia on my team. I
yeah
want him to stay, and I want Gerard Martin as well to stay on my team."
yeah
These are two players in which Barcelona were thinking, do we keep them? Do we let them go? We had offers from abroad, but it was Hansi Flick who stopped both moves happening.
yeah.
We were having
Because he
discussions
saw
of
something.
yeah, exactly. We were having discussions all of saying, is Alex Valle, is he a better option than Jean Martin? In regards to Eric Garcia, do we accept that offer from Como? Do we allow him to
Mhm.
leave? Hansi Flick blocking the move and saying, hey, I want Jean Martin to stay. And we've been seeing these players absolutely flourish under Hansi
Yeah,
Flick.
100%.
Jean Martin, I'm going to talk to him about, and then on to Eric
Yeah.
Garcia. But Gerard Martin is just looking so comfortable. He's so defensively solid, and he's transforming that back line on how he just
Yeah.
performs. He's just been doing absolutely fantastic in
He
that
finally found
position.
his role. He
Uh
finally
huh.
found his true role.
And I genuinely think that Barcelona right now, Hansi Flick, he's found his best back line.
Yeah.
That back line of Balde, Gerard Martin, Pau Cuarci, and Jos Kunde, that's a back line for the rest of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Injuries, suspensions that can happen, and we're going to see rotation in that back
hmm
line. But that's what I see for the foreseeable future. In regards to
hmm
Eric Garcia, my God, that guy's a
That
beast.
the one
The
the one defense where like he was like when they I think around the 80 minutes I think or the late 70s where like the one when Munoz was running and this guy run
yes,
and he like tackled him like, near the outside the box.
yeah, uh
I was like,
huh.
yeah, I'm like, this guy no, I'm like, no, this guy's that fast. Like I know he's fast, but not that fast, bro. I'm like,
Yes, NJ, because I was thinking about that exact same play because Victor Munoz, the Osasuna attacker, he's La
yeah,
Liga's second fastest player.
exactly.
And Eric Garcia did such a good job of tracking him, but also closing down the space that
hmm
he managed to put him towards the corner flag and then make
Yeah,
that tackle.
exactly.
And overall, his performance has been so good in these past couple of matches. He's been such a mainstay in this team,
100%.
and he adds so much defensive solidity to that
Yeah.
partnership with Pedri. You see Barcelona recovering the ball more quickly. You see us being more defensively sound, and I see that partnership being there for the foreseeable future. And
Yeah.
it's such a crazy turnaround because, as I've said before, these are two players who are being bashed by the Barcelona fan base, who are being criticized, and who was being told so many harsh and rough things, and they've been able to turn things around and
Yeah.
find the best form. And that's absolutely fantastic. I
And
give them
also it
massive
shows,
praise
right?
for their performances.
And also, sorry, yes, but it shows that coaching matters as well, right? Like you need to
Yeah.
find the right and also, you know, Eric is the type of player that's easy to root, because you know that he's not world class, but you know that he can be consistent and do the basics, But for him, like he's easy to root for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But other than Gia Martin and Eric Garcia, we have to talk about Raphinha as well because he was, very crucial in both of the goals that we did score. We took a look at it very briefly. The great
Yeah.
shot beating the keeper, the first one and the second, but you see the impact, how clutch Rafinha can be for this Barcelona team,
Yeah.
and his absence was noticeable when he wasn't available in those games
Mhm.
against Real Madrid, in those games against Chelsea, and then throughout the league where he wasn't involved. You saw his absence and the leadership that
Yeah.
he brings to this team. But very briefly, just what did you make of his overall performance?
I'll be honest with you. Like, yes, he scored two amazing goals, but when you look at it before the goals, he didn't really have a great game. Like
Hmm.
he did some defensive duties, which is great. But when you look at overall, he didn't really have a great game.
Yeah.
Besides, until until he scored the first goal, then after that, that's where he changed the momentum for himself and the gear, and that's where he became more like aggressive, more more energy when he was playing. But overall, I would say out of 10, I would say 6.5 to be fair.
But that's the thing about Rafinha. He
Yeah.
at times he isn't as involved in the play. He's not going to be
Yeah.
giving you that constant
Yeah. Yeah.
input into the match. But he just shows up. He's a GA merchant. He's a GA
Yeah.
merchant.
We need that.
And that's exactly what you need to win a title.
Yeah.
Ferran, he did a really good job. Ferran was even though he didn't score, he didn't get an assist. He was
Yeah.
very involved throughout the match. He was getting in some
Yes.
dangerous positions, such as this just starting the match. There was
Yeah. Like
another instance where he actually scored, but it was ruled offside.
side.
Lamine Yamal
The one of
offside in this position.
the one good opportunity he had was like the bicycle kick. If that went
Yes.
in, that would have been a good shot for him. But it is. But overall, with Ferran, that yeah, like you see, the easy the open place that he gets. Like he should have scored, but at the same thing. Like with him, with his profile, like he can bring anything, anything more. Like besides like pressing, just link up. The rest of it, Ferran did good. Besides
Okay.
the scoring and prowess of it, like
That, that
I wish he scored more, but he scored one. But it is what it is, right? So
absolutely. But now, NJ, what key takeaways do you take from this match, or big takeaways? Looking ahead towards the future, because as I was saying before, this is a big victory because we're
yes,
nearing the end of 2025. Barcelona, they
yeah,
now have only one game remaining in La Liga. We play midweek in the Copa del Rey
yeah,
against Guadalajara. We're going to see massive rotations. We don't expect our stars to be involved. But we have one game remaining in La Liga, which is going to be against Villarreal, a tough opponent. You can see right here, they are in that third spot. But
hmm,
we now put the pressure on Real Madrid. They play against Deportivo Alaves tomorrow. We're 7 points ahead. If they do not win, that's a big boost for Barcelona. We're now
yes,
creating a significant gap between us,
yeah.
and we know injuries, we know suspensions are going to be happening, throughout the season, and suspensions and injuries are yet to come,
Yeah.
and
For
so we
now,
want
just rack the wins and try to score a lot of goals as you can.
exactly precisely,
And
but
also, sorry to interrupt, but I'll say like moving forward, like what I want for the team is tonight to not think of having the perfect play of scoring. Like if you see something like a tap in, just tap it in, right? You don't have to like overcomplicate it. Like say, oh yeah, I need to set up this beautiful pass to them. You don't have to do that sometimes. You just need to pass it
mhm.
to the ball and shoot. That's a thing that I needed them to work on. Like, it doesn't have to
Okay,
be beautiful all the time. Like just
okay.
if you see the opportunity, just score. Right?
But but before we round off and
Hmm.
we end off the video, but are there any thoughts that you take away from this match? Because I'm looking at this result and I'm thinking, hey, Barcelona, we have a serious chance of winning La
Yeah.
Liga. We win a very difficult game. Osasuna made it very difficult. We get the result. These are the victories that give you La Liga.
Yes.
I'm looking at the back line. I'm saying, hey, we found our back line for
For
the
now.
season.
Yeah. For the season.
Yeah, I'm looking at Eric Garcia. I think he has to be a mainstay into this team. But
Yeah.
what do you think? Like, what takeaways do you take from the match?
I would say like I would agree with you. Like just don't overthink too much. Just sometimes be direct. It's okay to be direct on it.
Yeah.
Then at the same time, now with them, like the way I was watching them, like they're still doing the high line, but now they know how to like to time the high line. Like they
Yeah.
don't have to like push forward for no reason, right? Like I think Flick told them like, yo, play the high line, but I'm also trusting your judgment of when to come back. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I've seen with them, and also like like the thing is like just finish the chances that there is. You don't have to overcomplicate because again at this point, this again as you said, this is the kind of games that will win you the titles, right? Because again,
Yeah.
it's nice to play beautiful, but if you can't score and win, then it's no fun playing beautiful, right? It's useless. So that's why sometimes it's okay to have this kind of games, but don't make it as a habit.
Yeah, yeah, and crazy. I think a couple of weeks ago we were looking so defensively shaking. Every team was
Yeah.
just cutting us
People say Flick
open.
out. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
relax.
people were saying flick out.
I'm like, relax.
We've had massive improvement over these past weeks. We've seen
Yeah,
Barcelona keep a clean sheet. When was the last time Barcelona kept a clean sheet?
exactly.
Defensively solid. We saw Marcus Rashford involved. We didn't talk much about Rashford, but I thought he had a good game. He was very dangerous, very involved
Mm.
throughout the match, and just it was an overall positive day for Barcelona. It was a good day to be a Barcelona fan. We got the job done,
Yeah,
and we move on.
simple. Yeah, clean
But
sheet,
yeah,
more
exactly.
goals.
Exactly. But NJ, any final thoughts before we round off the video?
Yeah, just I guess just finish this the year with 2 wins, right? And take a little bit of relax, then to come back again, make sure like just just fix some of the mistakes. Yes, I know it will happen, but just make sure that it's consistent less mistakes on it. Then and also like try to work on like not finish like not making it too perfect. Like just if you see the chances, score right away, stuff like that, right? Just
Okay.
make sure like during the training, right? So don't overthink too much. Just just it's a it's a long season. It's gonna be alright. It's a journey of winning. It is what it is. And and for the people who say flake out, yeah, screw you guys.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean,
Fucking flake
those
out, dude.
people,
That's crazy.
those people are just nonsense. Just ignore them. But guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the match reaction. I'll be back in a couple of days with just some more, overview of the match, talking about some Alfaro, looking at the words from Hansi Flick and some of the other Barcelona players. NJ, thank you for stopping by. Always a
Thanks, man. See you,
pleasure.
bro.
Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, guys.